TIFU by eating too much garlic. TIFU when I saw this video on TikTok about roasting garlic in the oven and spreading it on toast. Being the garlic lover that I am, I gave it a shot using a whole head of garlic. Needless to say, it tasted marvelous. So marvelous, in fact, that I ate the whole head in one sitting at lunch. Fast forward several hours and my boyfriend mentions a garlicky odor coming from me. I didn't think much of it since I assumed he just smelled the leftover fragrances of cooking garlic in the house. More time goes by, and I start emitting more odors. And he asks me how much I ate, so I told him. He then informs me that garlic gets released through your pores as you digest it. And that's why I smell like garlic and would continue to smell like garlic for a while. Welp. Fuck. By the time we went to bed last night, I smelled so bad that I could taste the garlic in my mouth and there was nothing I could do but hope the smell would go away by morning. I was wrong. I showered and scrubbed to no avail. I'm drinking a ton of water to help flush my system. But I've accepted that this might be my life now. TLDR. I ate too much garlic and now I smell worse than Dracula's pissed off girlfriend. I've done this before. I used to roast garlic heads all the time and cooked enough. They didn't generate that garlic smell. Well, one day I undercooked a garlic head. I didn't want to waste food, so I ate quite a few cloves. I smelled like garlic for about 4 days. Nothing seemed to help except time to let the garlic pass through my system. The good news is that it'll pass. The bad news is that it might be a few days until you no longer smell like garlic. Last time I roasted garlic and spread it on toast. I smelled like garlic for 3 days and my farts were the worst smelling of my life. Totally worth it though. Roasted garlic is so amazingly tasty. You will never recover from becoming garlic. You might as well accept it. Here's what I would do. 1. Sit in a tub of warm water for a week with light. Make sure the water is steady warm. 2. Dig a hole in the dirt, then transition into the hole. Try to stay hydrated. 3. You should be much larger in a few weeks and can use yourself in things like salad and roasted potatoes. Edito. Thanks for the fame. I do small paragraphs for nominal fees. You made garlic bread. Eating light amounts of garlic regularly can repel mosquitoes. A few years ago, right after moving to Florida, I was being ravaged by mosquitoes. I read about the benefits of garlic intake as a natural deterrent. So I got a bunch of garlic pills and added a bunch of garlic to most of my meals. A few days later I went for a walk at lunch. In about 90 degrees. I had a bit of sweat build up but was very happy to get back into the AC. While sitting in my office, a number of people were walking past asking about who had garlic something for lunch. It wasn't until then I got a whiff of myself and was hit by a sweaty garlic stench. For the next week the smell got worse and worse. Even with the slightest perspiration. Being in FL. Basically anytime you're outside, you're going to sweat. I basically stunk 24/7. I very quickly cut the pills and limited my intake after that. And it probably took about a week to clear it out my system. The garlic kept the mozzies away. As well as any other human being. That's how my mom smells all the time. Give in to the garlic. Live the garlic life. Op isn't disclosing the 2 days of garlic farts that could peel paint from the walls. Source. I ate a whole bulb of garlic once. Only once. Good lord. Till that garlic is dispersed through your pores as you digest it. On the bright side, you are safe from vampires. I've completely forgotten the fact that garlic stinks. I've lived alone for years and I use a lot on every meal and basically buy a pack of 3 large heads. Every week I go shopping. Maybe that's why I've never been in a relationship. Whatever you do, don't eat a bunch of raw garlic and drink whiskey. My aunt used to have a thing she called the garlic ritual, wherein you would take a clove of garlic and eat it raw, followed by a healthy bite of really good bread dipped in olive oil topped with a really nice piece of hard white cheese. I did this too many times one evening and alcohol was involved. Later, I nearly broke the toilet when my guts literally turned inside out. Never again. Did you roast it long enough? It should have been nice and sweet if you cooked it until it was deeply caramelized, nutty and mushy. I've never had this problem with heavily cooked garlic. Only raw and slightly cooked garlic. Could you have not roasted the garlic enough? I eat a lot of roasted garlic. Precisely because it doesn't do the same thing fresh garlic does. Namely, it doesn't smell the day after. My dad, a wonderful man, loves garlic. But roasted garlic is not a thing where I'm from. He eats it fresh, all year long, but especially in the winter, because of its germ-repelling properties. I have no idea if there is anything to that claim. The point is, he loves garlic super extra very much and it isn't unheard of for him to finish a whole head in one sitting. I have learned my lesson as a kid, never ever enter my parents' bedroom in the morning before it's been aired out. After Dad ate garlic, I cannot describe how awful the smell is. It is most definitely not the awesome aroma of garlic we all know and love. It's a foul and corrupted version of it. I'm gagging just typing this out. Blech. Roasted garlic, however, is a perfection. Also garlic comfit, and there is this one recipe for creamy garlic chicken where the cloves are used whole and they become so soft and yummy that, God, I'm hungry now. Lol. Oh, this is nothing. I also love garlic and bought a huge Costco bag of already peeled and skinned cloves. I needed to use more of them and my sister-in-law suggested garlic soup. Turns out that my IBS is triggered by garlic, so not only did I have exactly what you described of garlic just seeping out of my pores, but also had the literal worst smelling farts and most painful stomach cramps of my life. I will never buy the Costco-sized bag again, and also just afraid of too much garlic in general now. Before going to work one day, in secure mental health unit, I had garlic and herb tagliatelle, tomato and garlic sauce and garlic bread. Nobody on my ward said a thing. I responded to an incident on another ward and it was fucking hell. We'll hold 'em down, you breathe on, quote. Good story. Lesson learned. A while back I took this lovely girl on a third date. We went skating and played a bit of hockey. Every now and then I would get a whiff of something unsavory. Kept cocking it up to maybe a sewage line or some garbage or something nearby. End of the date comes and I go in for the kiss. And by God, it hit me. I must have recoiled because she was definitely embarrassed. She explained that she was eating garlic cloves to stay healthy before a date. We laughed about it, but the kissing was done for the night. Long story short, she is my wife now and doesn't do that anymore. I see no TIFU here. Yummy garlic bread. Parsley helps loads. Buy some garlic bulb-looking earrings. If anyone asks, it's the source of the smell.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.